This is Lee with 82 Game and 12 on YouTube channel Sons Liberty 75. And we have another video of our playthrough over Glory and Empire First Victories by Lock and Load Publishing and designer Terry Dougherty. This is the Vimeiro battle, scenario 4 in the companion book entitled My Plan. And let's see here. Oh, I'm just looking at the companion book there. Kind of got lost in my focus there. So, of course, I'm also using the map included with the Assault on the Western Ridge, which was a module. I guess you can still purchase that. And it has also the scenario My Plan using the Western Ridge map. And so really, I guess you could say this is the scenario I'm using, which is scenario 2 in this module, Your Plan. And so that if you don't have that module, then it's still going to be pretty much the same, I guess, except for a few things. One thing is with the My Plan, where I've got these irons here, you have a lot of the British forces here because this is where originally Wellesley thought the French would attack, and when that didn't happen, and they started seeing forces moving over in this area here, then they started moving their forces. So, all right, so what we have here is we've got the 1320 turn, and I don't know if I let maybe the British have an extra turn somewhere or what, but I don't know. I was looking back at my videos, and it seems like the British had already moved for this turn, and yet how could they have moved if I hadn't done the initiative phase? So I don't know. I'm not going to worry too much about it. The French moved first during this turn, and so the British still have theirs, in which they don't have any orders, so they can't do any assaults. They can move adjacent, but in order to do that, they have to pass a morale check. So don't know that they want to do that. And we'll see. There might be an instance here or there, but I don't know that they want to do that. So, and I've got to look at the some of the things dealing with the not that big eye, but the village here, where we're actually going to end up with some crossed swords, cold steel occur in this area here. So we'll see what happens in the next few turns with that. And historically, that did occur. All right, so let's start with the rally segment, which will include the rally phase and the cavalry recovery, which the British no longer have any cavalry available. And then also we have the artillery resupply. So we're going to take care of all of that during this segment. So let's start with the recovery. And we've got this unit back here. And remember, the green disc represent disordered. So that's going to be, that's a -5. So 95, so that's going to be removed. Then we move to here. Both of these units are in a zone of control, so they cannot roll for recovery. Now this unit here is not in a zone of control. This is in column here, so this hex, this hex, and this hex are the front hexes. So that unit here can roll. So -5, 68, so they recover. And then I can actually take that and put it here. And then we move back here, and a yellow disc represents shaken. So that's a -10. 44, so no, they don't recover. And let me get rid of this here. Then we have this one here, gets a +4, -5 is a -1. 30, so no, they don't recover. Okay. Well, no, that shouldn't even be rolling. They're in a zone of control. They're in a zone of control. That one is in a zone of control. Well, let's see. Yeah. So this one's in the line pointing that way. So actually, no, I shouldn't have been rolling there. I'd have to come back here to these units. Okay, so here, -5, 55, so they recover. And then I can put that one there. This one here is in a zone of control. So is this one. This one back here is not. So that's -10, 35. So no, they don't recover. So this unit back here, well, actually, I can do this one right there. That's minus 10. 65. So they're going to be disordered. Okay. I rolled theirs. This one here, minus 10. A 7, so they don't recover. Then this one here, minus 10 plus 2. Well, actually, they have Bathurst is a plus 4. So minus 6, 48. Let's see what they've got. Okay, so they will just be disordered. Okay. Okay, we've got that broken unit right there. That's minus 15. 21, so they will now route. And 1, 2, 3. They're back there now. This artillery unit is disordered. 78, so they are no longer disordered. Okay. This one's in a zone of control. And then we move to these guys back here. And start with the guy in front here. 67 minus 10, so they're going to recover to disorder here. Minus 10, 18. So they are going to break. So 1, 2, 3, break. And the question is, okay, they cross that stream, that minor river. So does that mean they have to roll for a morale check? Or is that not taken into effect because they're, you know, I guess they would still have to do a morale check to see if they worsen even more. And so that would actually be both of these. It would be this unit here that crossed here. So that's minus 20. I rolled a 11, so they're just removed. And then back here, this one's broken. Minus 15. I rolled a 15. So they now route 3 more. 1, 2, 3. All right, so Okay, back over here, we've got heel is a +5, -10, +5 is a -5. 16, so they don't recover. And then here, so we got -10 +1, so -9, 30, so they stay as they are. All right. So that takes care of the rally. We don't have any cavalry recovery. So now we go to the artillery resupply. And we've got a couple here. We've got this one here. Got to roll an 8 or a 9. That's a 4. And then we have this one here. Okay, nothing. This one here is not on the road. Okay. All right, so now we can go to the fire segment. All right. So let's start with this one here, firing here. That's a rifled. We know that because of the pink number. So all right, they're in column. They do have SED, so that's -2. They have a strength of 2. 1, 2, 3. So that evens out. But the target is in column, so that's going to be a +1. A 4 is rolled, so no effect. Okay. Then we move to here. And we have the third in column. The strength of 5. They're shaken, so -1. So they're at 4. Target is in column, so that's +1. So back to 5. 67 is going to be a morale check -10. And they're disorders, so another -5, so -15. They rolled a 63, so that's going to be a 48. So they passed. They have a 39. Okay, then we go here, the same target. Strength of 2, -1, so they're at 1. Target is in column, +1, so we're at 2. 12, no effect. Okay, so now we go here and here, and we have a strength of 6, -1. Oh, can't see that, can you? Okay, let's get in here. Okay, so a strength of 6, -1 for being disordered. targets in column. So we go right back to 6. And we rolled a 66, which is going to be morale minus 10. They're disorder, so minus 15. And they rolled a 66, so that'd be a 51. And so they passed. And let's see here. This unit here has a skirmisher. So that'll be 1, strength of 1, minus 1. Target is in column, so it's a plus 1. 51, no effect. Okay. This one here doesn't have skirmishers, and his fire zone is here and here. This one's fire zone is here and here. This one here's fire zone is here and here. This one here, though, however, can fire here. Okay, so, all right, so that's a skirmisher. Firing here, strength of 1. He's in shrub, so that's minus 1. He's in column, so that's plus 1. So we're at 1. 72 is going to be a morale check. They rolled a 96, so that passes. So no effect there. All right. This one here has a skirmisher, and he can fire out to here. He's in shrub. He has a skirmisher, so, and he's also disordered, so it's going to be a 0. 12, no effect. This unit here is not in skirmish mode, so we have to move to this unit. Okay, top unit has a strength of 1. And they're actually in column. So this is a minus 2. You have a plus 1 for target column, so you're looking at a 0. 81 is a morale check. 69 is going to be a pass. All right. Now we have this artillery. Let's just lay it out there and see what we got. So yes, they can fire right there. Okay. So here's where they're going to fire that hex right there. And we got to get over here to it. So these 2 artillery units, that strength of just 1 each. 1, 2, 3, so there's not going to be canister. The target has a skirmisher, and they're in column. So minus 1 plus 1, so it's just going to be a strength of 2. 16, and they're out of ammo. Out of ammo. Okay. Okay, this unit here has a skirmisher. The fire hit is artillery. It's going to be a 0 because firing against just artillery is a -1. That's unlimbered. 93 though. At 0 is a morale -10. Okay. And so they're disordered, so -5 more, so -15. They rolled a 25, so they are going to be shaken. Just going to force them to limber. And back up. Okay. All right. Now we have the French artillery, non-phasing artillery fire. I call it defensive artillery fire. Right there.